Hi friends, it's Rosie, and in this video we are making homemade light and fluffy rolls. But not just any rolls, we're going to make freezer rolls. So you can just make the dough now, freeze them, and then you can use them at a later date. So if you want to make this ahead of time, especially for holidays like Thanksgiving perhaps, you can. Don't forget the exact measurements can be found on my blog, iHeartRecipes.com. And now let's get straight into the recipe. So first things first, I'm using my stand mixer, but you can do this by hand or with a handheld mixer. You're going to sprinkle in some all-purpose flour. Then you're going to sprinkle in some yeast. Now I did not activate my yeast, but you can if you want. I'm going to sprinkle in some salt and sugar. And that's a little bit of sugar there. I'm going to add in more now. And now I'm going to pour in my butter. It's melted butter. This is salted. You can use unsalted if you choose. And we're going to pour in some warm water as well as warm milk. So make sure that the water and the milk are warmed. You're also going to need 2 eggs that are large size and they are at room temperature. And now we're going to mix our dough at a medium speed. Don't forget, if you have not already, please be sure to give my video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Thank you in advance. And once you're done, the dough is going to be nice and sticky just like this. So we're going to remove that dough out of our mixer, and now we are going to knead it. Now even though I use my stand mixer, I'm still using my hands to do the kneading, and I'm kneading it on a well-floured surface, okay? So after that kneading, which was about 5 to 10 minutes actually, we're going to place it into a well-oiled bowl. Then you're going to cover this bowl with a clean cloth or towel. Then you're going to store it in a nice warm draft-free place, and for me that's always my oven. So this is about an hour and a half later. As you see, it did double in size. I'm just going to punch out that air using my fist. It's still nice and sticky, and then I'll knead this dough for about 10 minutes. So after that 10 minutes, I'm going to just flatten out the dough, and then I'm going to divide it. You want to divide it in equal parts. You can actually divide and make your rolls smaller than what I will be using or making. But here is my aluminum dish here. I got it from the Dollar Tree. It comes with a lid. I'm going to spray in some oil, and then I'm going to place my dough in there. As you see, I have them in little round circles. They don't have to look perfect, but just place it in there. And then I'm going to grab the lid. And then after the lid is on there, of course, you want to pinch and seal the sides. And then I'm going to label this. So I'm just going to write like freezer rolls, the date, and I'll store this until I'm ready to make it. So you can actually have this in the freezer for about a month. I always have it for about a week or two. When you are ready to make it, just remove it out of the freezer and let it sit for about 2.5 to 3 hours. And they will rise. You can actually leave these in a nice draft-free place overnight if you want. But yeah, I just did it for 2 to 3 hours, or 2.5 to 3 hours. So cover it and let it rise. And again, I always put it in my oven because that's the draft-free place in my house. And now they are ready to go into the oven. So I did preheat my oven on 350. Before I place them in the oven, I want to do a nice little egg wash. I'm just going to use the whites of the eggs. Just brush it on top. That's going to give your rolls a nice glossy look. And once we're done doing this, let's head over to our oven. We're going to place this, again, on 350 Fahrenheit for about, let's say, 15 minutes or until done. So again, you want to make sure all of your ingredients were at room temperature, except for the milk and the water. You want to make sure that's nice and warm. But after that 15 minutes, you're going to remove your rolls from the oven. This is what it looks like. To finish everything off, I'm just going to brush some nice melted butter all over. Then I'll pull the rolls apart, and that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Visit me every Sunday and Wednesdays for new video uploads. And come to my blog, iHeartRecipes.com, to get your free copy of this recipe. See you soon.